could say, excuse me, we hit a guardrail. Oh, sorry. Wonderful.
I took a bite of chocolate literally right as we went back. I'm sorry.
Professionals.
There's always time for chocolate.
It's good chocolate.
Okay.
German chocolate.
Ooh, nice and rich.
Nice. The next encounter. Okay. These guys are well out of range of cannons at the moment. You have a brief moment to set yourselves up as they are eagerly on their way. Technically, since they're out of range of everybody, especially the cannons, is there anything you guys want to do on the ship or maneuver the ship or preparation in any way before we start jumping in?
Can I kind of like put a shield around the ship? Because I have shield.
I
Just
don't
protect it from-
know. With that,
I thought I'd ask.
that's fine. Does it have a limit? I don't know how well that's going to protect the ship.
Or if not the ship, at least the people.
How does shield's an area of an effect, correct?
Yeah, I
I
think
believe
shield
so.
has.
Yeah.
Is it placed in an area or on an item?
Shield, an invisible barrier of magical force appears and protects you. Until the start of your next turn, you have a +5 bonus to AC, including against the triggering attack, and you take no damage from magic missile.
It
So
sounds like it's
Your
on
range is only
stealth.
self. Your
Yeah,
range
self
is
use.
stealth.
Okay, so Neilwer can get an AC bonus.
Everyone for himself casts shield.
If you'd like to use that, you can.
Loki, don't you fucking dare.
Stab himself.
Oh no!
Alright, Captain. They're fast approaching. What's the call?
Alright, instead of hitting them straight on, because that's, we want to bring at least some of our guns to bear. I'm thinking of going like, at an angle on our starboard side, kind of, so we can at least expose our guns. If that is a
Absolutely.
other officers will be agreed, because I think we should be exposing part of our guns to them. So we can hit them and try to close the distance and fight this a little bit with the idea of maneuverability involved.
So you want like a harsh 45 to get some guns off.
Like a 45 degree not to expose our guns.
Absolutely.
To expose the guns on at least the starboard side.
Mm-hmm.
Go in that direction. And go at an angle. Trying to close the distance so that people who have range attacks can do them. So you're not just sitting there.
Deja vu. I have been in this place before. Okay. We are getting ready to enter the zone of attack with the cannons being able to reach as they close the gap and the distance. You guys can see, again, the 4 mounted fighters on the back of narwhals being pulled by some big rigged narwhal with a cannon. You see 2 sets of these, as well as some large metallic box that is crudely affixed with many jagged spikes on the front and some form of cannon mounted on top. You see no form of propulsion, save that it is cutting through the water at a matching speed of the narwhals. Okay. If anyone has anything else they'd like to prep, we're going to hit initiative and get started. I assume all the deckhands have gotten down and are ready to relay some shots if needed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all set and ready.
Alrighty. So, again, if you are not within range and cannot do anything, you can always spend a you can spend your action to let a cannon ring off. If you were trying to hit individuals like the narwhals or the narwhal riders, you will have disadvantage. You guys will be rolling your own cannon shots. If you were trying to aim for a larger, the larger of the two, the box, that will be a regular roll. No advantage, no disadvantage. First off, Blossom, you have first in initiative. Feel free.
Well,
I know you're limited to the distance right now, but it's your call.
now I'm thinking, cannons. Can I fire any? Well, can I fire any cannons?
Absolutely. You can tell me what you aim at, or who direct your cannon to aim at, and please roll me your cannon shot.
Will it reach?
Oh yeah, the cannons they're well within range. Cannons like 600 foot.
I feel like.
This isn't to scale right now. I just have it for the map. They're still a ways out. And
I
that's
feel
the
like,
only thing you can reach them with is a cannon at this point.
yeah, right. No.
Mhm.
I think I want to aim at this thing.
At the box?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of damage it can do, so,
Fair. Okay, please roll me an attack roll on the d20.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Nat 1?
I rolled a 3.
Okay, I'm waiting for that nat 1. That's going to be bad. Okay, so the cannon fires off. It's the first cannon shot. It is still too early and lands just shy in front of the box.
Damn.
Alright, okay. Stonewall, again, the ship will fire on your turn. The ship has a default 4 cannon fire. You can also spend your turn to add a 5th one if you choose.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, maneuverability will also be able to, if I say, like, I want to maneuver this way or that
If
way,
you
that's
want to
allowed.
maneuver the ship, it will be on your turn.
Okay.
You
And
can
then
relay actions at any, you can relay actions at any point if you want to interrupt somebody, just to shout as a free action, or direct them.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Mhm.
Let's see. The angle of the ship, I'm trying to say, I want to aim at least those guns to try to hit the box. So we might have to angle the ship a little bit more, but still.
Without having...
That's what I was going to fire like a full salvo up. Got 18,
That's a hit.
gun 2 got a 12,
That is a miss.
gun 3 got a 16,
That is a miss.
gun got 4, 14,
Miss.
and gun 5, that's a 12.
That's a miss. So you only hit one.
Okay, that's fine.
So one solid hit, the cannon does ring and snap off a couple of these spikes up front and give a good little dent. The other ones just kind of glance off of this. You believe it's probably got the same steel reinforcement like your hull does.
Okay.
For that cannon shot that does hit, please roll me 8d10 of damage.
Okay.
Insert air horn noises here.
Wah, 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 wah.
That was a 9.
Total?
Oh, for, you said D10, right?
8 D10, please.
Oh, 8. 8.
I see.
8.
Just using
It'd be
the...
quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, given all of our rolls, I would not be surprised if it wasn't 8 total.
No, I just wanted to clarify.
Okay.
I'm like, is that possible with 8 D10?
Okay,
Yeah.
8 D10. I was like, okay, 8.
Mm-hmm. /rolls space 8 D10.
I mean, it's highly unlikely, but it's possible.
Dimitri, you can roll multiple at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure that out.
/roll 8 D10.
Okay.
Or you could do 7d10 and add that natural 10.
Yeah. Yeah, keep the 10, I'll give you that.
Keep the 10.
So it should look like that without the period.
So
Nice, so 42 damage.
okay, then.
Very good.
Just wanted to get a dent in that damn thing. Don't want it getting close.
Oh no, that's valid. Alright, it does seem like it is a hefty little sucker though.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Alright, Candela, please. Cannon?
Cannon.
Cannon, roll it.
May I load a
Yeah.
fire shot?
Yes.
Everyone keeps forgetting we got elemental shots here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay.
There was a reason I put this in there.
Yeah.
We aiming at the box?
Aiming at the box.
Alright, roll it.
With a nat 1.
Oh no, okay. Finally, here we go.
No.
Okay, were you using a cannon on the top deck or were you directing someone on the gun deck?
Top deck.
This is oh boy, okay. Okay, so a nat 1 on a cannon shot means the cannon explodes.
Oh no!
With an elemental cannonball! Dear Lord.
It was only a matter of time.
Was the cannon near the... Was it near the fore or the aft?
The 4?
Okay, up yonder? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will need you to roll me 8d10 of damage of shrapnel as this cannon explodes.
Sweet lord.
To the ship. Yeah, nat 1s on cannons are not good. Someone didn't sponge it when they loaded the fiery cannonball.
Yeah.
I still love how our trip to the Mariners Museum served as like research for this campaign.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Of course there's a nat 10 in that.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I
So that is
I told you guys, I'm lucky.
55 That's 55 to the hull itself.
And how much to me?
Oh. One sec.
Am I dead
Were you
again?
actually there at the cannon, or were you directing? I assume you were directing deckhands. You guys don't physically have to be there. You can, like I say, you spend an action telling people to shoot off a cannon for you.
Well, I mean, I was pretty close anyway.
Okay. All right. So you will take half of that.
Round it up or round it down?
I will be generous and round it down.
Bless you.
So 27 points as shrapnel rips through you from this exploding cannon shell.
Sweet lord.
The deck is on fire without a doubt, and will remain on fire until someone can spend a turn to put it out. Unless you guys want to correct me on your tokens, Glosson and Naora and Pelly are the three closest. Unless you guys tell me you were elsewhere.
I would be a little bit back.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's putting shrapnel on the ship, yeah. Good thing.
Glosson. Zoop.
Everyone's moving away.
Yes, I want you guys to be in control of your tokens. I need to know where you are at any given time. Okay. With that being said, a few pieces of shrapnel go sailing amongst you guys, but no one gets hit. A few other of the deck hands will take that, especially the few cannon group will take that damage as well. Actually, the one who was directly in is absolutely downed from direct cannon explosion to the face.
Yeah, that makes
So we
sense.
have one NPC that is downed.
I'm sorry.
The other two that are injured immediately start dragging him away. Pelly will take turn and run into down below deck and begin to start attending to people. Okay. Candela.
Yeah?
Good news is you're not on fire.
Are we sure about that? This is Candela after
Yeah, this
all.
is me.
You are not anymore on fire.
Thank you.
Okay, Amon, something exploded.
Back to that, like,
I'm asking you, how would you like to react to that? Something exploded on deck.
I don't think Amons would particularly notice.
Okay,
Sorry.
what would you like to do?
For my turn?
Absolutely.
Alrighty, I'd like to shoot an extra cannon and not use an
Okay.
elemental wall.
So are you aiming at the box?
Yeah, aiming at the box.
Alright, please roll me a d20 for the cannon.
I tried to do good.
Wouldn't it make more sense to wait till they're a little closer in range? Oh hey, 17.
Then, you're in range of the cannons. You can, on their turn, they will get closer. A 17 does hit. Please roll me 8d10 for damage.
Whoop, whoop. I mean, doesn't it get easier to aim the closer that they are?
True. You will have, I mean, you can stay your turn, but you've already commanded to have been shot.
Yeah. I just mean rather, like, shouldn't we hold off on using the elemental cannonballs until they're a little bit closer so we have a higher chance of hitting? Sorry, so I'm trying to say let's
No, that's valid.
reserve our better ammunition.
Yeah, I would say I would agree with that assessment actually. That's what they would actually do in a situation like this. So you have the hot shot for when they're close up. That's what they would call it.
Another cannonball smashes into the front of this thing, breaks off a couple more spikes. The riders in the narwhals seem to notice you're directing your fire at the box, and they don't seem panicked by it. It's almost as if they are expecting this, or they don't have too much concern for you aiming at this armored box.
Is it bloodied?
It is not.
Boo.
It's also a box.
This thing's made of the same stuff your hull is made out of. And your hull has 300 hit points because it's 6 inches of steel.
Yay!
Ardwin! Something has exploded!
boy.
Mhm.
Shoot, because I have a couple of things that I can do here. Because I have something that is almost guaranteed to take out a crap ton of them, or I can put out the fire.
If you do the first thing you said, I can have Blossom put out the fire so we don't have to worry about it anymore. It does what you want.
Okay.
I got you.
The fire is only going to take additional damage. Since in how initiative works, everyone kind of acts at once, but I have to do it turn-based to keep track. Unless no one puts the fire out, come Candella's turn, it's not going to do any further damage.
Okay. So, I'm going to summon Fourth Paul
Mm-hmm.
and imbue Fourth Paul with a spell and send Fourth Paul out to this these line of narwhals right over here. And Fourth Paul is going to release a lightning bolt and take out all four at the same time.
Thunderbird.
Take it all four at the same time.
Thunderbird
It's
is
a line
go.
spell.
Ooh.
It's a line spell, so I can take out all four of them right there that way. It's a 100-foot spell.
Oh,
Technically, I have more room than I actually need.
Okay. What do I have to roll, or how does this work? This is exciting.
Let's see. Each creature in the line must make a dex save. Creature
Okay,
takes
got it.
8d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
What am I trying to beat?
You are trying to beat a 15.
Okay, the first man is boned, got a nat 1.
Instant dead.
That's 2 nat 1s. That's a save and that's a save. So the first two take all of that. And will have disadvantage on their against with their next attack. Okay, please roll me your damage.
That was the damage, which I stupidly, I freaking hate. I freaking...
18? I'm sorry, I'm not watching chat. I need to be zoomed out to
Dice
move
hate
all
me
my
today.
tokens.
3 nat 1s in there. I hate that.
Okay, so each of them take 18. The narwhals as well, since they're connected.
So annoyed. I should have hand rolled that. I'm just hand rolling stuff from now on.
All right.
The dice hate me lately, but while it didn't take them all out entirely like I had planned, that still did significant damage to them.
They are nearly bloodied. At this, on their next turn, they will react accordingly. All right. And Naora. Something has exploded. Naora?
Did Naora disconnect?
No, I'm here. She's kind of torn. She'll put out the fire, actually.
Okay. You will spend a turn helping a few of the NPCs put the fire out. Very good. Okay. On their turn, they will help close the gap. At this point, they are just about this about accurate map distance here. On the next turn, they will have bridged the entire gap.
I forgot something.
Yes.
I forgot lightning bolt also sets them on fire.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
I also didn't use Tully's turn, but that's stupid, so.
there'll be time for that. There will be time for that.
I'm taking hand notes. Good Lord. mind you, even though it is turn-based, these bad guys are constantly moving until they get to you. All right. So, first off, the two that got shocked and are now partially on fire will attempt to spend a turn to put themselves out. They are no longer on fire, but they are having a hard time. The entire platoon to the left is going to turn and try to start breaking off and cut the ship off. The narwhals to the left will do the same. And the box is going to shoot off a cannon.
Brace for impact.
All right. With a direct line of sight, as it is straight point on, it will impact quadrant 1, just shy of where that cannon exploded, but at the hull. I'll do this live for you guys. That is 53 points of damage to the hull as it impacts on the front. Giving a good sizable dent.
Okay. No puncture, but dent. All right.
All right, the riders are almost within range. What's my measurement tool? Two of them will be able to reach. They won't be proficient in aiming at individuals. They are after suppressing fire on the ship. So, all right. Is everyone happy where their placement are on the ship? Because I need to know, be earnest. I need to know roughly where you are. If you're fine where you're at, that's cool. I need to make sure you are decisive where your tokens are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The good news is Candela and Pelly are not in quadrant 1, so you do not take any damage. Yet, the two closest riders on narwhals will hawk fireballs at quadrant 1. The ship, unable to really make a dex save, has to take 8d6 damage.
How are they close enough to hit us with fireballs?
They are able to lob it. They are in constant motion.
Okay, I mean, still isn't that like over 100 feet? Because you said it's accurate to scale now.
150 feet for fireball.
I was about to say, I think I'm within range.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Ew.
All right. I will politely ask you guys, would you like me to just take this 31 and double it between the two fireballs, or would you like me to roll again and a chance of a lower damage rate? But that may also be a higher damage rate. I need you guys.
We're all indecisive.
Well, I need to hear indecisiveness. I just hear silence. The only fair thing normally would be for me to roll it again. Do you agree? Or would you like to just double the 31?
Roll it again. See
Yeah,
if we get a
roll it
smaller
again.
number.
Roll it again. Why not?
Well,
What are the odds?
Didn't even matter.
We tried so hard and got so far. But you all know the rest.
Alright, mind you, just for namesakes, we are dealing the damages in quadrants of the ship. If any segment gets to a 0, or if any segment gets down to below half, they will start leaking water accordingly. If they get to 0, you do not want that in any segment.
No.
Straight up sinkage.
Pretty much. So, just for your knowledge, the first segment, the bow of the ship, has 483 out of 600 hit points. You're okay, but it's getting there.
Okay. Crews will have to immediately start repair work at some point.
Glosson, a cannon just exploded in your face and is now returned with fire.
Shit.
And I should just keep a fire token on this map.
Probably a good idea.
So the ship is on fire.
Yeah, the bow, section 1 is, the deck is on fire.
Oh, lovely.
The deckhands will attend to that on their turn if you would like to not spend your turn on that.
Can I try to use Ray of Frost to put it out?
If you'd like to spend your turn doing that, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
Okay. No need for a roll. You spend your turn doing such.
Cool.
Would you like to move, I assume, to get closer so you can do that?
Yeah.
The mast line here, segment 1, and segment 2. The masts are dividing my ship for me, guys, just so you're aware.
So how close do you need me? Or does that
Segment
work?
3. If you just want to stay out of that segment to make sure you didn't catch on fire, you're fine up right there with Pelly.
Okay, cool.
Stonewall, Captain.
Okay then. Right. Right. Have we closed the distance significantly?
It's about accurate of distance right now. The next move they get at their current trajectory, they're probably going to be on the ship or at least enough to touch it.
Okay. And I can say the ship, our ship is moving, right?
Yes, you were kind of going at this 45, and they're slightly trying to correct their course. The left-hand platoon of narwhals are going seemingly like they're going to try to cut you off. The other ones seem to break off like they're going to go farther behind you. The box is keeping straight, dead on.
Okay. And then we'll continue on our current course then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to fire another broadside at him. 5.
Oh, absolutely. At who? At the box?
Yeah, at the box. I want to take that thing out because that was not fun taking down from that thing.
Fair. All 5 shots.
All 5 direct at the box is getting an opinion from the crew. Is it safe to assume that we use hot shot on this thing?
If you'd like to, absolutely.
You want to go for it?
Somewhere on board, I need you to roll me the 5 individual rolls. Somewhere on deck, Candela screams for someone to make sure they're sponged.
Right. Here we go.
The AC is 17.
For gun 1, that is a 5. That'd probably be a miss.
No,
the first
it'll
gun.
bounce off the metal.
Gun 2 got a 19.
Oh, very good.
Gun 3 got a 16.
Nope, it'll bounce slightly off.
Ooh, gun 4 got a nat 20.
Ooh, very good. Double damage on that one.
Gun 5. No, that's a 9. Gun 5 missed, but, I got 2 hits on the
The
back.
crit is very good. Okay. So roll me 8 d10 for the first cannon shot.
Okay, 8 d10. I'm gonna hand roll these because I'm gonna hand roll them.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Alright, so here's the first one. So the first one is First one's a 10.
Someone get a calculator.
Second one's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 1. Oh, 9 again.
Nice.
8.
Mm-hmm.
8 again. 4. 8. 2.
Hold on. 8d10. This should be enough.
That's enough.
6, 8, yeah. Okay, that's for the first one. Someone add that up real quick. And Dimitri, I need you to roll me again for the second cannon and double it.
Okay. We'll roll it again. So it's 8, not 10. Okay, so 8 d10. Alright.
Mhm.
First one is. That is a 1. And that's a 2, okay. 1 again. There we go, that's an 8. 5. Ooh, 10. 10 again. I think that should be good. I might have done another roll there. I think that should be 8.
Hold on. I think you need one more. If
Okay.
8's counted correctly.
Okay.
1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 8 plus 5 plus 10 plus 10 plus 3.
1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
That's 40, so that's 80 damage.
Oh,
Nice hit. Okay. This thing is below half health, but it's not bloodied. These cannons are hitting it in just the right spots. Good job.
yeah. Good, that from last time.
Alrighty. Candela, please.
I'm gonna try a different... No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just... Someone fire again.
Yeah.
Just someone, anyone fire again.
Are you shouting to your companions or are you shouting to the NPCs?
NPCs.
Okay, you will on the other cannon shot. Okay.
With the
I'm
nine-
sorry. Stonewall, please roll me 2 d4s.
Do that.
These were fire shots. I apologize.
Okay, 2d4, okay, I can do that. One's 3,
Okay.
and the other is 2.
Okay. So an odd and an even. It does not catch fire, but it takes 5 more points of fire damage.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
All right. Daniel, roll me for the cannon. What are you aiming at?
I was gonna aim for this group of narwhals over here.
Okay.
Just forget the box.
Mm-hmm. Disadvantage, roll me. Uh-oh.
Oh boy,
Is that another one?
My first roll was 19.
Okay.
My disadvantage roll was that 1.
How dare!
Someone give this person off the gunnery position.
oh no.
Okay. Alright. Hmm. I don't want to be cruel.
Darling, can I take a minor action and step back? I don't know if that counts.
I'll allow it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, so here. Since it's not an oh, Lord. Candela, I have a choice.
What is your choice?
You have a choice to make. Would you like this cannon to explode or fire through the ship?
What?
Do you want this cannon to explode like the last one, or do you want it to come loose and partially embed itself in the ship like the kobolds did?
May as well have it partially go through the ship. It would be a little bit
Okay.
less damaging. If only by a little bit.
Roll me 8d10 for damage.
Oh my god, we're gonna sink this fucking ship.
Stonewall's regretting his choices and just shouts everyone, change positions!
Yeah, there's gonna be a shift or something.
58!
The good news is no one gets hurt.
I scream down to the
bad
bottom.
news is-
I hear this thunk. I scream down to the bottom decks. We are doing drills when this is over!
Alright, so breaking through the top deck and embedding partially into the gun deck, it offsets itself, smashing into another cannon. The other cannon was fine, but you've made a hole in the deck now. And quite some damage to the gun deck. You're down to 425 in the front segment. Oh boy.
They need to hurry up and get in range so I can do stuff myself.
Okay.
Trying to play with distance there. Just
Amon, something's happening at the front of the ship. I don't know if you care.
Should I care as the, Amon's is the gunnery officer, aren't they?
Amon's is the gunnery officer, absolutely.
So...
Dallas wasting ammunition.
Yes. And fucking everything up.
Oh.
I mean, 2 misfires in one go. Or, I mean, not in one go, but in one encounter, you know? Amon's just gonna calmly walk over to Candela and say, "Could you please not?"
I'm not the one firing the cannons.
Supervise better.
I can't argue with that.
Amon's just gonna ask that you, instead of quick firing, make sure that the crew is going through all the steps necessary to shoot the cannon properly.
I scream loud enough, making sure that I'm not screaming at Amon's, but making sure that the people down below deck can hear me. I thought they were professionals!
Oh. You'll get quite a barrage of angry, insulted shouts back.
is it safe to assume, as it's going on and seeing stuff, kind of, I'm now seeing guns exploding everywhere. That shouldn't be exploding. Stonewall at this point puts Arduin in charge of essentially stuff going on at the top deck while he makes his way down to the gun deck. It's,
Absolutely.
The captain is pissed and he knows it's not me. Good.
he would go down to understand why the hell is our artillery exploding on this ship. Because he wants to know. And he has to
Okay, this epic microsecond micromanagement moment where the crew were not trained to use elemental shots, and some of them were not informed they were elemental shots, is the cheapest excuses you get.
Oh boy.
They're labeled!
Well, just because the label doesn't mean the crew exactly knows how to handle them properly. That would just be the thing, treating it like another.
They take the yellings out, and they're like, okay, we'll get it better next time.
My arms just go up in the air like, fuck me.
So what I was using to-
You still have action if you'd like.
Oh, I thought it's like my turn legitimately. So, oh man, this is gonna sound real.
Dun, 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 dun.
Amongst is going to Lady Candela. Candela.
Candle A.
This is how you fire a cannon. And then...
Rolled in at 1.
Yeah, please drill in that one.
No.
Alright, are you aiming at the box, I assume?
Oh, yeah. Aiming at the
Oh, yeah.
box.
Absolutely.
Didn't
11.
hit, but...
It bounces
didn't
right
hit.
off and goes somewhere haywire, like hitting it and does a parabola arc off in the distance. This is how it works, Tunk.
It certainly worked better than the cannon exploding.
Ardwin, take control of the ship.
I am getting real damn sick of this. This is getting interesting.
In all the wrong ways.
Alright, I'm going to use the familiar sight of Fourth Paul, and I want to get up a little bit closer. I want to see if I can see... Are there any hatches to this box thing?
Yes, there is a hatch on top. Just shy of the cannon.
Is it a solid hatch, or is there any type of opening in it? Like a little opening or something?
Oh, it's plated. It's like made of steel as well, like a hinged hatch. This thing's like a sea tank.
Damn it. Because if we can get that... If I can get that hatch open, I have a really, really sinister idea.
I did the same thing the German tanks too.
Oh boy.
Your sinister idea will probably work better than any normal idea we've been trying.
The only problem is that it would take 2 actions to do, so I'd have to wait because I have to get that hatch open first.
Don't forget about Tully's turn, too, this time.
Yes, thank you for that.
Alright, that's been finished. Thank you.
Yep. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting.
Lay it on me.
Is there any way that I could stay Tully's turn and take a bonus action for Ardwin's instead?
Sure, I'll take that.
Alright, so I'm gonna use, wait, actually, if it's 150 feet, I might be able to do this without... No, I still need Fourth Paul for this. I'm gonna imbue Fourth Paul with another spell and attack that hatch directly. And I'm gonna drop a fireball right on its ass.
Just on the hatch?
Yep.
Okay, we'll see if that does anything. It can't make a dex save, so it will take all the damage. But it is against steel.
I thought fire damage would have been worse against steel because it superheats it.
See, that's why I keep using fire too.
Okay.
If you rapidly heat and cool steel, it'll eventually crack.
Valid. Okay, so it will take the damage. Cannot do a dex save, so please roll me damage.
Oops. That's pretty damn decent.
Yeah?
Nice.
Yeah, good. Alright, so you see the back of this thing go up in smoke. As it just takes the brunt of it, the back of it's streaming smoke.
I'm assuming that hatch is most likely open by now.
It is not.
Really?
No, it is not.
What if it's automated and no one's actually piloting it?
No one no one opened the hatch.
Well, I thought that it would have been blasted right off with that.
Nope.
So that drops a fireball.
Tough. This thing's just under half health as a whole.
I can still do my sinister idea, though. Not against the box, but the others.
Do it.
Oh,
Do it.
I support
Arwen-
whatever you got.
Everyone's gonna get a real damn sinister look on his face.
Do it!
And he's gonna take out something from his bag and hand it to Fourth Paul as Fourth Paul kind of flies by and whisks it out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So, DM, remember back when we were in the dungeon bubble?
Yes.
Remember one of the sweet little artifacts you gave me?
The cup of torture?
Mm-hmm.
The liquid cup of torture.
Fourth Paul's going to swing by and essentially dive bomb this group over here.
To
Let's
the
see.
left?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see how many of them get hit with droplets of this crap.
Okay.
Making it rain up in here.
Just roll me an effectiveness, just 1d20. As you line the lot of them, and Fourth Paul lets this coffee mug-sized liquid spray like a helicopter dousing a wildfire.
He still has the cup, but the liquid is going everywhere.
Yeah, just tips it.
Ah, shoot! I only rolled a 3.
Okay. So you douse the first guy perfectly. Fourth Paul doesn't really know how to do the trajectory, but tipping it, you didn't teach that. Fourth Paul wasn't versed in this at the fair. So this first guy gets a face full of just this dark liquid, and he just starts screaming and scratching at his face. You see him flip over backwards. You think he would fall off if his leg didn't get caught in the saddle. So he's having issues.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
There we go. He's having probs. Nice move.
Everyone's getting very sick of this crap.
Yeah, Leora, please.
Okay, I just had a question. If I move over here, how far are they away? Like still 160 feet?
It depends on what you're aiming at. As of right now, it is accurate to distance. So if you're up on this edge, closest one's about 150 feet, maybe.
Okay, I want to fire a cannon.
Oh, the cannon? You're within range of cannons, no problem. Absolutely. What are you aiming at? You aiming at the box?
Oh, she's aiming over where Fourth Paul is.
No, not fourth ball. It doesn't want to, like, over
Oh, at the
here.
other
You're
segment.
aiming at the
Okay.
narwhals. Okay. You please roll me a cannon. You're gonna need a d20. Take disadvantage. So roll twice. Take the lower number.
I got a 20 the first one, and then 17 the next one.
Okay, a 17 will hit. So you do manage to knock one of these riders clean off of the narwhal. He goes like a jettison, just off, splash in the water, and he disappears.
Nice.
Good job. All right. The baddie's turn. The narwhals up front will continue and make it to cut off the ship. Fourth Paul, I'm going to put you in the mediator. The narwhals up to the side. Continue around the ship. I'll take this one at a time so I don't confuse myself. The narwhals that are crossing the bow. The cannoneer directs his cannon and does manage to shoot directly straight at the bow where the maidenhead is. Let's see. With only a 12, it does bounce right off the hull, no problem, no damage. The two closest narwhal riders, well, the second closest will chuck a spear. The first one is going to take a turn and get over his torture. Or try, let's see. Can roll. The 16 is not good enough to get over liquid torture, and he's going to spend his turn flailing. He slips up and saddle a little bit more, his foot still caught. He's about to drown himself at this point.
Sweet.
The second guy's just going to hurl one of his harpoons, and with a 10 it will bounce off of the hull and he'll begin to start reeling it in, so that is a fail. The second platoon of the narwhals will aim cannon, and with a 7 it bounces off the steel hull as well. The next two are not close enough to hurl anything, they will wait their turn. The bucks will fire one more cannon shot as it approaches. And the 9 does not do enough as it bounces dangerously off of the hull. But the box will take its turn and ram the ship.
Oh god.
It closes the distance and shakes the entire ship as it embeds itself between the first and second quadrant. Spikes go directly through the gun deck, shooting cannons backwards on their locks. People back out of the way, and luckily no one is hurt, but this box has now skewered itself on the ship through the hull.
Stop stabbing holes in my ship.
I was waiting for someone to say that.
I'd have Myron playing in the background.
An 8, a 12, and an 11. So that is 31 points of piercing damage as this thing rams itself between the two. So I can split that to 15, I'll round down. So segment 1 takes 15 points and segment 2 takes 15 points of damage. Alrighty.
At least I
That
know what
is
I'm
the
doing with my turn.
baddie's turn. Glosson, please. There's a box on this ship.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Actually, it'd be a little more accurate if it were something like yonder.
Oh god, I don't know if I can do anything about that. Hold on.
Let me know what you'd like to do. I want to help.
Actually, I wonder if that would work.
You have players to help.
I'm already know what I was gonna do on my turn.
Nice. Nice.
Talk to your companions. Let them help.
Well, no, I think I know what I want to do. I just, I don't know if it'll work.
What do you want to do?
First of all, I want to get close enough to do this without hurting anybody. Can I try to use lightning bolt on the box that's currently stabbing the shit out of our ship?
Yeah, I mean, you can play the lightning off of the box. If anything, if it's going to recoil back, it's going to play along the hull itself. You're not directly attacking that, so you're not really going to damage the ship unless you're aiming, say, at like the front here with the spikes, where it may start hitting at the hull of the ship. But if you want to aim like near the top of it, that's flat with the cannon, you can hit it without really endangering your ship.
Yeah.
Unless you roll like a nat 1 or something.
It's technically not a creature, so it can't make a dexterity save.
Correct.
Dexterity saving throw, excuse my accidental lisp. But you take 8d6 lightning damage.
Alright, please roll it.
On a failed save, or have as much, but it's a failed save. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it cannot. This thing cannot move make a dex save. It's literally embedded in your ship now.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's 8d6. Gotta write down numbers here. 5. 1. 3. 1, 2, and 5. So 5, 1, 3, 3, 5, 2, 2, 5. Let me add that. 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5. 26 points.
All right. You see lightning play right over the top of this thing. It's not liking any part of that. It's still not quite bloody, but you're hacking at it. Alrighty.
Cool.
Good job.
Thanks.
Would you like to move anywhere else? Or are you happy where you're at?
As a minor action, I think I'll take a couple steps back for my own safety.
I mean, you have a movement.
No, I do? Okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
action and movement.
Just,
It isn't easy enough to say someone can go from one side of the ship to the other in a movement safely. It might take you a couple movements to get from bow to stern.
Neat.
Alright, Stonewall! Something's just rammed your ship.
Yeah. Stone was probably on the gun deck when that happened directing.
Yeah, you just see spikes come through.
Okay, obviously it wasn't in that section of the ship.
No, you're okay.
What to do. Is it safe to say some of the guns on the upper deck can hit this thing?
Oh yeah, you with little effort, some of the deckhands can maneuver this thing and just unload into this.
Okay, can maneuver some of the guns to hit this thing?
Absolutely, you've got 4 cannons on deck that can aim this thing, no problem.
Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna do that then.
Mm-hmm.
As the movement Stonewall will come back up on deck to assess the situation and see what's going on from the.
Absolutely. Would you like to use your action to add a 5th cannon or do something physical?
Yeah. We're gonna.
Oh, please roll me 5 cannons.
Pound this one. All right. And we're gonna make it a hot shot to hit these things.
Ooh, okay. Spicy.
All right.
That's a spicy cannonball!
Well, they're well within range, so I think we can unleash, the close range ammunition. Okay, first one got a 10. That probably doesn't do anything.
Not a bounce off.
Second gun got a nat 20.
Ooh, okay, thank you.
Fourth gun, or third gun, got a 4.
No.
14. That was a
No.
4 out of 14. Yeah, no. Fourth, that was just a third gun. Just the fourth one got a 9, so that won't do anything.
No. And 5th?
And the other one is another nat 20.
Another nat 20?
Yeah, 5th gun.
Alrighty, nat 20s make up. Alright, please roll me the 8d10.
Okay, we're doing this by hand again because
Oh boy.
I'm doing it by hand. I find it easier to do it by hand. So, here's one. That's
Alright,
4.
while you're working on that, Candela, what would you like to do while they're working on math?
Curl up into a ball and cry?
As a minor action, you do exactly that.
Okay. It's like I'm trying my best. Break out the measuring tool. No.
If you want to use your action to get to the bow, you can get closer. I mean, you can get all the way up to right yonder.
I do so.
Okay, please.
Now what? Yes.
I don't know.
I cast my thunderstorm.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Above my target, a very large thundercloud appears. Bonus points if it is already cloudy.
It is already a little bit cloudy.
This is the same BS I pulled in the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up all that good information.
Please do while I get back to Stonewall.
Yes.
Okay, Stonewall, that is your first. That is going to be doubled. Roll me 8 more. 8d10 more for that second crit. 4 plus 8 plus 1 plus 8 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 10. 42. That is 84 points of damage. Good job. No, we're okay.
Yeah, I'm doing the second one. Oh, that's
I'll
good.
do the fire damage afterwards. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, cool.
Good job. Candela, what you got?
All right. I've got the information. So on one creature or target below the cloud, I can call a lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
It will do 3d10 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And any
Right.
creature within 5 feet of that target is also shocked with the same damage. So
You're
pretty,
about 10 feet, 20 from the main guy, so you're only going to get one target.
right. Which is fine, but I'm going to target the main guy.
Gotcha. Give me one moment to finish up with Dimitri.
Not a problem.
8 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 8 plus 8. 40, that is 80 more points of damage. Now please roll me 4d4 for the fire damage.
Okay. Then first one
Job.
2.
Okay, 2.
3 is for the second.
Okay, so it does not catch on fire, but it's 5 more.
4.
Okay.
And that would be a 1.
It does not catch on fire, so 5 more. 89 plus 85, that is 174 points of damage from 2 cannon shots. Good golly. Okay, this thing is bloodied. Absolutely. There's 2 cannons rip holes in this thing, basically. This thing is in critical condition. Good job. Andela, what you got? I need to make a saving throw.
Yep.
What am I trying to beat? Oh, never mind. I rolled a net 1.
Perfect, I won't mind. This game is full of ones.
So the rider on the back here holds up his spear to try and chuck it at you guys. The spear acts as a lightning rod.
Oh, it got roasted.
Shocking.
Cook. What is
That's
the damage?
I've got to pull it back up because I was an idiot and immediately forgot it. So much for my memory getting better. There it is. 3d10. So... Not bad.
18. Since I rolled an at 1, do you want to give me another d10?
One more D10, gladly.
He's literally making himself a lightning rod. Of course.
Yes!
Feel the burn.
He's bloodied.
I am Thor!
Apparently, okay, you don't understand the irony of that because my Pirates theme just auto-changed over, and it changed over to the Avengers theme.
The Emigrant song is playing in the background.
It auto-cycled.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
We're probably going to have to stop mid-encounter, but Amons, your turn.
I'm changing my weapon to a hammer.
Oh boy. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that I'd be coming up soon in the initiative. Let me. Oh. No, I'm not so low. Oh yeah. Sorry, I have my spells all charted for when I would like for the levels that I would get them at, and I have lightning arrow at level 13.
Oh.
Yeah. Sadly, no bueno. Am I allowed to hit the box with my sun axe?
Yeah, if you just want to go up there hacking at it, absolutely.
Hell yeah. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna hit it with the sun axe. Do you want me to roll 1d20 to hit, or I mean, 'cause it's a stationary target?
So long as it's not a nat 1, roll to see if you get a nat 1 or a 20, otherwise well, actually, you're going to hit, it's a matter of effectability, so I will need a nat 20.
Okay, so I rolled a 4, so it didn't miss at least, right?
You did miss, but it's not really going to do any damage, unless you want to use that special ability it has.
Yeah, I mean, it does naturally 1d10 plus 5 and 1d4. So that 1d10 plus 5 is radiant, and then the 1d4 is holy fire.
I was just saying, yeah, roll me that damage. It's not going to do any physical damage, but the radiant magic will absolutely hurt this thing.
Okay, wait, so the will the holy fire do any damage then, or no?
Yes.
Okay, so I do need to roll with it. No one's actually doing a thing. Okay, so 14.
Alrighty, very good.
Yay!
This holy light emulates flames upon impact.
Whoop whoop.
This thing is taking a beating.
It's so heartwarming to see a weapon you've created actually be put into use.
Absolutely. Edwin! I want to get back to Stonewall, and after his turn, I think we're going to cut it for the day.
I still have the Avengers theme blaring in the background. Okay, since those guys over there are taken care of, let me see how close are these guys to me. 115 feet. I could do another thing with Fourth Paul. And take them out. I could do another lightning bolt straight across these guys again. Yes, 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 I understand that my phone wants to play Thor's theme after that insanity, but chill for a moment.
Oh, your phone likes me.
I'm not even kidding. It went to Infinity War soundtrack Thor's entrance theme. I will take a screenshot and show you. But I am going to do another lightning bolt.
Alrighty.
As much as the liquid torture is fun, it...
What's my save again?
15?
Okay, that's 1 save, that's 2 save, that is a fail. The 2 on the end, farthest away from you, get the lightning. Get the full effect.
Well, okay, yeah, I was going to say, everybody takes damage.
Yeah, roll me the damage. This could be very bad.
Holy sh!
Okay, so the two on the end are absolutely bloodied, and the two up front are okay.
Remember that they also need that they also get set on fire.
Oh yeah, the one absolutely. They all having a bad day. Let me just do this again. Okay, so you want to take Tully's turn?
Yes, I need Tully's turn for this one because this is going to be
Tully's turn?
interesting.
I'm just gonna do this because they're all enjoy.
And the fire begins.
Okay.
Burn, baby, burn.
Tully's turn?
Disco Inferno.
I'm gonna
Tully
stop on
is
the baddies because I got a good cliffhanger.
Tully's going to scooch over here, and did you say the box was bloodied, or no?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Because Tully. Hang on. First of all, Tully's for some reason the box is on top of Tully.
Go for it.
There we go. Tully is literally just gonna vault over the side and land on this thing.
Nice. I like where this is going.
First, he's gonna wrench off. See if he can wrench off the top of the I want to see if he can wrench off the top of the that hatch to see if there's anything inside here.
Oh, absolutely. I'd ask you to roll me a strength check, but I'm pretty sure Tully's got this in the bag.
Yeah, Tully's a pretty damn high strength.
Okay, so you rip the hatch off this thing, you snap it right off as the weakened steel just bends to Tully's will. There are 6 people in here ready to jump out.
Cool! I grab every single one of them, yank them out, and throw them in the water.
Can you do that all in the same turn?
Yes, actually, with my frenzy attack, I can grab all 6 of them or kill them. You pick.
Okay. What do I need to roll to have them try and defy you?
Hang on, let me see. Good lord.
Okay, whatever. No.
Makes 4 blade attacks and 1 slam attack, so that's actually technically 5, but holy crap. I don't think you can dodge this. I just get to make all these freaking attacks and you pray.
Alrighty, go for it. Oh no, this is fine.
Oh god.
Not what I was expecting, but this is great.
He's gonna start either hauling people out, which would just be a grapple contest, which good luck with his strength.
Oh yeah,
Or,
we're going to fail.
yeah. Or I can
one by one.
water, everybody. What?
Unless you want to kill him, I'm chucking him in the water.
Yeah, we're just chucking him in the water.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tully just starts slinging it around. 1, 2, 3. They're all in different states of trying to grapple and not be held and attack Tully all fruitlessly as they get plunged in the water.
Nice. Nice.
Alrighty.
Can I do one more thing?
Okay.
Tully's gonna climb inside and attempt to drive
Okay, this is true. So Tully barely fits, but manages to scrape his way through into a smaller hatch. You get inside, and it is a steel-reinforced box. There are 2 slats for windows to look through. There's nothing in here.
Really? So it's remote controlled?
Huh.
You are not sure how this thing operates. There's nothing in here.
Interesting.
If Tully wants to roll perception, or if anyone, Arvin, I don't know if you can roll perception for Tully?
Tully has his own perception that I need to find his D20 for.
Okay, if he wants to roll perception, he can maybe see how this thing works.
Maybe. Perception uses what modifier again?
I think you have your own perception modifier.
Oh, right. I forgot that Tully has his own freaking, character sheet now. I actually made a character sheet for Tully. I was still referencing a bunch of his, other stuff.
Ouch.
Okay, he does get a positive modifier.
Alright, go for
Ah,
it.
shoot! I dropped my die. Oh, wow! Okay, 17 with a +4.
Alright, Tully can't see anything inside. Tully does notice, popping his head back out, there are 2 guidelines that are just under the spiking ram that seem to be going down in the water, possibly under the ship. This thing is being pulled by something.
That's interesting.
No, please. And we'll stop it for today.
Who wants to play shooting fish in a barrel?
Can I actually direct the box?
Can you what?
Direct the light and go towards the box.
Oh, you just want to beat up the box some more? Sure.
Excuse you,
Close the
Tully
box.
is on there.
No, it's a great idea. Go for it. Oh, snap! Okay.
What?
Tully can take it, sure.
Oh my god.
She said Tully can handle it.
Alright, so that's 8d6 lightning damage.
Tully's got to roll a deck save. Go for it. Roll me damage.
Wait, hang on. Well, go ahead and roll the damage, but I think there's something that I'm forgetting here. Yeah, he's immune to lightning damage.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
I just checked his immunities. He actually has an ability called lightning absorption.
That's
Actually, he gains hit points!
Wow.
that's
And he gains an extra 10 feet of speed.
Okay, please roll me the damage on this lightning. Actually, what's the damage for it?
32.
Oh yeah, no, the box explodes open, the cannon is no more, the top is open, it's completely bare, but it's still lodged partially in the side of the ship. And supercharged Tully.
Tully had a Monster Energy drink.
Wow, alrighty. Guys, I hate to interrupt, but I'm going to pause it there.
I gotta go.
Alright, those who have to go, bye-bye. Wow,
Alright.
they cut fast.
Thank you everybody who did show up to watch. This has been D-Rez of Renegame Studios with Diet D&D. And until next time, next week, have a great one.